guys, it's Meg and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to talk you through my December bullet journal as I've completed all the setup pages and I wanted to show it you before I start writing in it and using it for myself. So this is the cover page. As you can see, my theme is the little Christmas gnomes, which have been pretty popular this year. But I've actually been wanting to do this theme for a couple of years now before I even started bullet journaling, because little story time. In December 2019, my boyfriend and I went to Poland for a few days to celebrate our birthdays and a little Christmas trip, and we went to the Christmas markets, which I am absolutely obsessed with. And whilst we were there, I bought some little tiny Christmas gnomes tree decorations, and they were just the cutest thing. They're like this big, so adorable, and I remember thinking at the time that would make such a cute bullet journal theme if I ever get back into bullet journaling. And yeah, roll on 2 years and here we are, and I finally did it. So yeah, I really love how it's turned out. I wasn't quite sure which colours to go with because obviously I look on Pinterest and get a lot of inspiration from there, and I'd seen quite a lot of people do a very minimalist grey, red and white, which looks amazing and I love it, but I just wanted to add a little bit more colour, something a bit more me. So I thought adding in the blue really just tied it all together, and then the yellow in the Christmas lights ties in with the tree, and yeah, I'm really happy with it and I hope you guys like it as well. So this is my calendar page for December. A few months ago I was still doing calendar pages on a single page, but I've since decided over the last few months that a double page spread just works better for me. I sometimes use the calendar page as a content calendar just to plan my videos and stuff, but of course you don't have to do that. You use it for whatever's most relevant to you. Some people like to write in just one event from the day. Some people like to use it as a full-on calendar to plan everything and they write really small and fit it all in the boxes. Some people might use it just for like memory, so they write down any key events that they want to be able to look back on. I think I mostly will use my calendars for content calendars going forward, just because that is the thing I need to plan the most and gets the least organised. But yeah, I wanted to include the quirky Christmas tree that I'd had on the cover page, just because it really fits in with the little gnomes and their style, I think. And of course the fairy lights have become a bit of a feature through December theme, just because it's so Christmassy and it adds so much colour to the page. But I wanted to have another little gnome in the corner, and I thought if he was wrapped up in the fairy lights then that would be pretty cute. So, and I've also added some snow across the bottom, just using that same blue colour that I've used throughout. So yeah, a simple page, but I think it looks really effective. Then we're on to the trackers. So this is my mood tracker on the left hand side. As you can see, I went with the fairy lights just because I thought that would be the most simple way to do it. With the little gnomes, I wasn't quite sure how I would use those, so I thought using the fairy lights meant it would still tie in with the theme, but it would be quite a simplistic one to be able to draw out, and it will also look really good once it's all coloured in. So I'm excited to start using that one. I've also recently been experimenting with the kind of key that I want to use for the mood tracker. I originally was using names for the emotions instead. So for example, I would have put happy, stressed, tired, sad, those sort of things. But I've recently been creating some custom bullet journals, and I tried out this as I thought it was a little bit easier to fit to whoever was having the journal, and I just really like it. I think it makes it really simple, looks really neat and tidy as well, and it also means you don't have to come up with every emotion that you might possibly feel. So for example, tired and stressed would be different colours if I was writing it, whereas maybe I would just use blue to represent that. But yeah, I just think it gives me a bit more freedom, and I just like how simple it is. So onto the sleep tracker on the right hand side. Again, this is a very standard setup that I use every month. I have the times across the top and then the dates down the side. So for example, if I slept on Wednesday, from 11 PM till 7 AM, I would just draw a line going through there. And I think when I fill this in, I will alternate between either red and green or maybe some of the other colours that I featured in the title page. So maybe I would do red and blue or grey and red, not quite decided yet. Or I could even do all of the colours from there, something like that, just to keep it fun and tie in with the theme. And then this is my habit tracker. So I chose 6 habits to track just because I think that fits in the page nicely, and also it's not too much to be tracking. You're already tracking your mood and sleep, and then I think 6 habits is quite a good amount. That works best for me, but of course some people like to track loads and loads of stuff, and other people maybe just want one thing to focus on. So make it work for you, but I chose to track meditation, make sure I take my vitamins because I'm not very good at remembering that. Reading, just because that's something I want to get back into. Spinning, I have a spin bike and I love doing spin workouts, so need to make sure I keep on track with that. Going on a walk every day because I love this time of year. I love how cold it is and that crisp wintry air, so I want to make sure I make the most of it. And then self-care can take any kind of form, but you know, like having a bath, doing skincare, all that kind of stuff, just because it's so important. And I've been really busy lately and need to make sure I am keeping track of that. I chose to do little candy cane edges around the boxes. These are of course set up in the same way as the calendar for the month. So for example, it would be Monday on the left and then Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way across. And obviously this starts on the 1st. Hopefully that makes sense. But because the candy cane stripes around the edges were quite busy, I wanted to keep the rest of the page quite simple, just with the little snowdrops and snow across the bottom and just the little decorative holly in the corner. Then I had a spare page, so I just thought I would create a little quote page, something really Christmassy, and I love this one. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and I just used the fairy lights to make this page really stand out as you flick through the journal. And then we are onto the weekly spreads. So this is the first weekly spread. I haven't actually created the next ones yet. However, if you were creating this setup, you might just want to replicate this spread each week. I tend to do different styles for each week, primarily because I enjoy creating the pages, and also I create them for TikTok videos and stuff, so it's good if I'm creating different styles each week. However, it is quite time consuming, so it might be an idea to just use the same type of setup each week. And I do really love this one, so I would be more than happy to use this one each week as well. We've got our little gnome back again and some little presents. Of course, sections for each day to plan what you're up to. December down the side, and our little fairy lights that have tied into every page we've done so far. And I then added a little note section down here. I think I will probably end up using that to keep track of any Christmas presents I need to still buy or things I need to wrap, that sort of stuff. But I just love the candy cane kind of stripes. Something about it just really makes me think of Christmas, North Pole. I can just imagine little elves having scrolls like this that they keep track of their stuff on. So I thought it was really cute. And yeah, I just really love my December journal, so I wanted to make a video to talk you guys through it, give you a bit of inspo if you wanted to create some spreads as well. I especially do love this calendar page and the cover page. Yeah, just because I've been waiting to do this theme for so long, and I'm so happy with how it's turned out. So I'm looking forward to seeing what my weekly spreads look like in the coming weeks. And if you are interested in seeing how I fill this all in, I do make videos every single day on TikTok at meg_notes_ if you want to go and check that out, see me filling it in. And if you are interested in learning how I draw some of my little illustrations, my next YouTube video, hopefully sometime next week, will be some Christmas doodle tutorials. So keep an eye out for that one. Make sure you hit the like, comment and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. Really supports my channel, and I've got lots of ideas over the Christmas period for videos, bullet journaling, stationery, all that good stuff. So please do subscribe if you are interested, and I'll see you in the next one.